a fresh seltzer water opening up, getting me excited.
We need the people to vote on whether they like that intro or the one I created.
Yeah.
We need a vote on that.
Yeah, that is an insane intro. I need the copy of it so I can put it on one of the buttons.
Oh, yeah. Well, I sent it to you, right?
You may have.
Sent it to you.
Yeah.
Probably didn't use it.
I did. I used it on the okay, we got to talk about the elephant on YouTube, and that is the last pod we uploaded. We have to explain that.
That wasn't us.
Because we've gotten a lot of messages about
that. Wasn't us. It wasn't us.
It wasn't us.
It was the AI deep fake of us. We got hacked. Our account got hacked, and the AI actually took over the show. And you can hear it in some of it.
You can tell.
My voice is high pitched.
Uh-huh.
Yours is.
Mine's weird
goes to
too,
zero sometimes.
Yeah.
The AI completely took over the show,
It
and
made
there was
me
nothing
laugh,
we could
weird.
do about it. Luckily, we had the fail-safe. Tyler just basically had to unplug the whole system and shut everything down.
Yeah.
It was like the Nebuchadnezzar with the EMP, if you remember that. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
Oh, don't remember that. That was the Matrix movie, Matrix Revolutions. They went through the pipe. They were going so fast, and the Sentinels were chasing them. And then Morpheus hit the EMP, and they all died.
That does make sense. Yeah. So I have this pulled up, some of the audio that the AI made, and it. Oh my gosh, we were laughing so hard at it the other day.
And the AI can't really get to the bottom of our voices.
It's okay. So what happened is we ran. It was a big mistake on my part. I didn't start the audio recorder. Actually, I did, and it was so stupid. I started it, and then I was like, in my head, I was like, I have to start it again. And I stopped it because the same button starts and stops it. So that was on me, really. And
Did
so
a poopy oopsie.
But unfortunately, we had just already recorded like 45 minutes of like a pretty good episode, and you had found this AI tool, to improve the sound quality, and it made some of the funniest improvements of all time. It did, by the way, cut out all the background noise, so that.
Which is pretty good. We got like a indoor outdoor HVAC unit that you can hear in the back of the camera audio. Mm-hmm. We got the refrigerator.
There's a lot of noise.
There's a lot of noise going on in the background.
Also just us like shuffling around on the table and stuff. And it cut all of it out, but here, let's just have some listens to some of this. Let's see what we got here.
That was a card.
Yeah, that intro was. It had about 6 different renditions of it, and that was by far.
You could tell what you're saying, but it's so weird.
I will say it took a lot of hours to come up with this. Okay, here's what it is. Here's what I wrote. Let me see. It is okay. Instead of trying, either it's like
I want to find the laugh so bad.
Folding your sheets. It's speaking of sober. You know what? Crap, dude. It was funny because it was a fancy restaurant, and we came in with like no reservation.
Sounds so weird.
They were like, "What's like the reservation under?"
So I have it up to 100% strength right now, and I exported it at like 80% strength. It was a little bit less like weird artifacting, but this is. We were laughing so hard at this.
I got home probably around 2, and so that nothing really lines up there. I don't exactly know what happened. That's yeah, we're taking this for the next level. That's
exactly the way. That was like the devil spoke.
I don't want it. Sprang me a cleaner. I was like, I went to the because the only place I went had like cameras everywhere, and I like had to go leave. Like it was time to leave, and I was like, we're down to the wire, and I went to somewhere I thought would be good, and then like the rest of the places were like nobody
Oh,
I did. I kind of flopped on that one. I didn't do well.
You
for
flopped.
that one. I'm sorry, guys. I guess I'll drive down to Atlanta and go do it myself. Wait, for it. But we gotta put some out. I put one out. Secret spot. If you find it, it's in a secret spot. The most secret spot ever. You're never gonna find it. Sorry. Whoops. I'm sorry to everybody. I let everybody down. Our boys don't let me down. Nobody will get a free sticker because Tyler did it so well. A random Airbnb in Atlanta. Good luck. Sorry. You're not gonna find it because it's in a book in someone's apartment. Yeah, it is, and it's really hard to find. But it's right after the
I
first
could listen to
page.
this all
if you want to
day.
find it, it's after the front. I thought you were gonna say you stuck it on like a street pole or a stop sign. I was about to put it on a street pole, and then there was like cameras everywhere, and I got nervous. But there's a bunch of stickers all over the place. There was literally no stickers.
Why does
And
it do that to our voices?
I wanna-
It was time to leave, and I was like, "We're down to the wall." I'll tell you where it is. A real gym in like a while, and the song I was feeling so sweaty
Whoa.
and good. Gotta put a sticker there. I forgot to bring her. Good luck finding that one. I'll tell you where it is. It's in the first page and well-mannered. I was diddling around with my phone.
I mean, we could go on
Oh
and
my
on,
God.
but it's so funny how almost good all this AI stuff
It's
is.
so
Like,
it's so close to being good, but it just like
I tried to get I like how it goes like up and down in pitch. Like,
it does. And why does it do that? And by the way, this is Adobe. This is like a huge company.
yeah.
This is their software, and it sounds so goofy if it's at 100% strength. I don't know why it does it. Even does it at the pitch that we
But you
put
can
it
hear,
at.
you can hear what. All right, here's what it would sound like.
So we got a new message.
That's what it sounded like.
Joe Rogan for making that video for us.
Yeah, I can't believe those boys came through finally and
Made that video.
See, like, there's off.
Presidential nominee.
Oh, I'm gonna turn this down.
Off.
Presidential nominee Donald Trump.
On.
See, like it has a lot of work to do.
It's got potential, but it is doing some crazy stuff.
Yeah, and so I dialed down the strength a little bit to try and get it to not sound so bad. I couldn't even really listen back to that whole episode because I was just laughing. And I was like, what is this? So
I didn't even try to listen to it.
no,
There
I
was no
didn't.
quality control on that episode. I already knew the AI took over.
Yeah. Adam called me. Like, he's like, I'm like 5 minutes into this episode. He's like, what? Like, what's happening? What's going on? And I'm like, yeah, we had some audio difficulties. He's like,
it
yeah.
took over. Nothing we could do about it. The Sentinels came through the window and they were choking us, so we had to do the AI.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was nothing we could do about it.
No, there wasn't. And everything with AI is like that, where it's so almost good, but it's not there yet.
I know.
Like, I tried to get like vector art made up.
Yep.
I just wanted something like really simple vector art, and I signed up for this like free vector art creating thing, and it was just producing just crap. Like, I was like a hand holding a wrench, and it was like not even close. Like, but it was like wrench-y and handy.
Yeah, it's just it's not there, or at least we don't know how to use it. I know some people can get like really cool stuff.
Yeah.
but you have to get like trained on it.
You have
Or
to know how
train
to
yourself. And what I ended up doing, I was doing the AI art for a second.
Oh yeah.
And I was asking AI to give me prompts for the AI art, and it was coming up with these busted prompts though, because the language model is a little kind of busted,
Yeah.
and then the art model is a little busted, and so them busted together, I was busting everywhere. And it gave me some really busted but kind of cool photos.
I do like some of the stuff you ended up coming up with, but I feel like it took you a lot of tries to get cool stuff.
It did. It took me like 50 tries to get anything cool. And then I was trying to use, I kind of hate ChatGPT. I was using it I was wanting to write a script for something. I think it was for the pod.
Yeah.
And we were gonna like tell a story back and forth based on this script. It was gonna be really strange.
Yeah.
And it came out with this stupid script, and I was like, make it funnier and make it more vulgar.
Yeah.
And it was like, sorry, I can't do vulgarity. I was like,
Yeah.
really? Like you can't even add in something here and there, you know?
What you can do is you can tell it, and I don't know if this is true, but I've heard this. You tell it to, in place of, like, say, instead of saying shit, say star, or just give it a thing to say, and say use it the same way you'd use the word, but use that word instead. And then
See, I'm not doing all that.
I know you have to
That's
work
so much-
around it.
That's so much work. Just make it vulgar.
That's why I'm excited about Elon Musk's Grok AI, even though it's
Yeah,
probably just as busted, but at least it's not all filtered.
yeah, and you can make it vulgar. Except I gotta pay $20
It's
a month. I don't
expensive
want
right
to
now.
pay $20 a month.
No.
And Elon's already making everybody pay. What is this? Is it seven a month
Yeah.
for the blue check? Which is crazy. Pay to win? Question mark.
Dang, X is still twitter.com.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
Happening now. Join today. X.
It's so simple.
It is so simple. So modern. So sleek. So
Yeah.
musky.
So musky. Dude, I don't know what's going on with AI. I don't know where to invest. I can't figure it out where to put my money to invest in AI because none of these companies are publicly traded because
Nvidia.
Nvidia is the one. But what's one share of Nvidia? It's like $300.
$250 or something. We're gonna be way off. I know it.
I spelled it wrong too.
Ooh.
Stock price 624.65.
Yeah, but now you can buy stock shares with basically any app
Yeah, you can buy stock shares, but I mean the change in price
or stock slices. I mean,
yeah, the change in price is like so small that like yeah, you're putting money into it, but
yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. AI it's working not so well right now, but it will be working good. Give it 5 years.
I know, but I want to be cashing out in 5 years.
You mean cashing out of AI?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I want to invest in AI, and then in 5 years, when these companies are just booming around, I will cash out, and I will invest in augmented reality, which is probably also NVIDIA. NVIDIA is just kind of going crazy. I feel like NVIDIA is a good place to put your money, but that's obvious because the stock price is so high.
Yeah.
People that are able to invest like 100,000 actually can have a couple stocks.
Yeah, we're too late. Hey, did you see that video I sent you on Instagram?
No, I've been doing.
Ooh, sorry.
Okay, can we talk about the Instagram thing that's going on?
No.
We can't.
I'll tell you about the video though.
Okay. Okay.
So this guy was working on his car, but he was wearing the like Quest 3 virtual reality thing.
Yeah,
And he had up like
the Chris Fix or whatever next to it, and he was like looking at his engine, and he's looking up at the thing.
he had like 3 little screens
Yeah.
in his engine bay, and one was like the video of what he was doing,
Yeah.
like changing out ahead or whatever, and then one was like the forums, and then one was like like a Chris Fix thing. I was like, that's kind of dope. You don't gotta check, you just like
Yeah.
look up at it,
Yeah.
and you do whatever, and then you look down. It probably looked goofy from the outside with your freaking visor on.
That's the thing. The only real issue here is the weight and size of the goggles. Like if the goggles were small and convenient,
Yeah.
everyone
Like
would be
the
doing
Ready
that.
Player One goggles.
Yeah.
Like if you see, that would be super cool. Like you're just under your car and you're doing something, and you can just, your service manual is like right in front of you.
Yeah.
You don't have to like grab
Yeah.
it or check a video or whatever. Ooh, that's cool.
Dude, the thing that I'm telling people is going to happen. This is going to happen. Houses are going to be just walls, white walls with dots, like tracking dots on them. That's it. Because everyone's going to be wearing their goggles anyway. So you're going to be like, you can decorate your house virtually. All you need the house for physically is to stay warm and to have like a place to be physically. But you like when you come over, your goggles will download whatever profile you've made for your house.
That's scary. I don't even want to think about that. I hope the human conscience won't allow that to happen. I hope when we get into a house, dude, no way people won't buy furniture. No way they'll have fake furniture.
They'll have furniture that's like just for comfort. So it'll be really ugly but super comfortable furniture, and then you can make it look however you want in your headset.
I hope that type of augmented reality will die. It'll die before that happens.
And you can have you can set up different profiles for your house. So like you can have when you want to decorate for Christmas, you just turn on Christmas mode, and you can go repositioning stuff. You can go, probably people will be buying assets. So you'll still be like shopping for art and paintings and stuff, but you'll be buying them at digital stores, and then you'll be putting them on your walls, and then you can position them, scale them.
That'll be so stupid. That'll be so.
And
dumb.
all the colors, you change the color of your walls in an instant. You can change all that stuff. You can, and everyone can decorate their house different. So you can have 4 people living in a house, and it looks different for each one of them.
So what happens to the one guy that just cruises around?
That dude's gonna
outside.
Yeah, that dude's going to be ousted from society because he's gonna go crazy in all these horrible looking houses.
Ousted from society, bro. If everyone was locked up in these white homes, I think I might be a serial killer. I could just walk around and slash people.
That's what I'm saying. You would be a serial killer if you weren't wearing the goggles, because everything would look horrible. It would make you go crazy.
Hey, I think EMP is coming. Before some prepper is gonna build a giant freaking EMP.
Yeah.
And as soon as it comes to that, I'm prepping it. I'm prepping it. I'm prepping the EMP. I'm pressing that sucker. On God, swear to God. I hate the idea of that, a fake world. I think it's a fun gimmick, like the virtual reality. It's fun to be in it for a minute. But at the end of the day, the human spirit needs people, and it needs nature, and you need sun. You need sleep.
Yeah.
I don't think the human spirit will allow that to happen. It could be like the Ready Player One, where it's everyone's kind of addicted to this video game and want to be in it all the time, but they still have stuff going on it, like IRL.
See, my thing is we're already too far gone. We've already accepted too much.
Dude, I don't know. People are still smashing into each other down the road.
That's true.
In cars.
That's true. But
all the time.
When I redid my phone, I got rid of all the color. The background is just actual black, and then there's still color in the apps, but the home screen or the lock screen's more boring, and I got rid of the apps that are super dopamine-y, and it's honestly been super nice. I feel like I broke out of the phone, and I'm not so attached to the phone anymore.
Yep.
And then an externality of getting this Garmin watch that I did not expect. I thought it would tether me more to the phone, but it gives me the freedom to leave the phone in the other room.
Yep.
Because I know if people are texting me, and I know if it's important. So I don't have to worry about missing an important text.
Exactly.
And I can see if it's something that I can just respond to later. I mean, I'm big on just responding later, and it makes me kind of a bad texter, but I'll get a text.
I think everybody's a bad texter.
Yeah.
There's no freaking good texter out there.
Mm-hmm.
When I see a text, there's not a piece of me that wants to respond it.
Yeah, I
not
know.
a piece of me.
I'm the same way. I'll get a text and I'll be like, oh, now I have to do this.
It's like a chore to freaking respond to text. A call is way cooler.
True. And if that person was calling me, I'd be excited. And then if way beyond that, if I saw that person, I'd be ecstatic. I love seeing people that I know.
I'm gonna pull it
but
on my pants.
when they send me a text, I don't necessarily get. I mean, I'm not mad at them. I feel good that they texted me, but it's just I gotta text them. I gotta do the text. I gotta do a text. I have to write a text and think about how it's gonna be interpreted because it's so confusing and there's no context. The texting is annoying, but at the same time, the flip of that is I get stressed. I'm gonna get text that I'm gonna miss and it's gonna be important and blah blah.
Do you think there's gonna be the great battle of man versus machine in the upcoming future. 2065. The battle of man versus there's going to be a revolution.
I don't think man is going to notice. I think we're already losing the battle of man versus machine, and without machine having to be sentient at all. I'm not scared of AI being sentient. I'm scared of it's just as powerful when it's not sentient, but it's designed to hijack your brain, which is what's happened.
Right.
So it's like, I don't care if it's sentient or not. Its literal sole purpose is to hijack your brain, and we're losing. I look around after I look up from my phone, because of course I'm buried in it, and I look around and you see like everybody is phone, and it's difficult to know what to do about it.
We are losing. I feel like it's going to end up being like that. You have seen The Matrix, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be like
It's been
that,
a long time.
It's going to be like that Matrix thing where the machines get so powerful that they build a simulation, this little like house for all these humans, and they live in this perfect world. And then there's going to be that tribe that unplugs. It starts to build. Freaking EMP. Prepper EMP. I'm going to bury it somewhere. I'll tell everyone where it's buried before I pass on. But it's going to be huge. It's going to be the size of like... it's going to be the size of, oh, man, probably a U.S. battleship.
Okay.
And it'll be like a ton of Teslas glued together.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so when you dig it up and you see the T popping out, you'll remember me, first of all. And then you climbed on down there and you press the button and the humanity will be saved. Or not.
And
or I accidentally installed the wrong deal in there and it's actually a nuke. It's the world's biggest. It just explodes the planet. Hey, that would work too, you know?
It would. I don't know what to do. Because unplugging... Everyone, like, that's the simpler potential answer is unplug. Just unplug. Like, get the light phone. Have you seen the light phone?
Light phone?
It's just as expensive as an iPhone. It does nothing. Like, it literally just calls and texts and Spotify and maps.
I saw
and it's an e-ink display like a Kindle.
Ooh. You know all the like Asian fellas on YouTube that are like the minimalist guys that are like, my life is small and I'm small as well and my eyes don't see so well. Sorry. But they have this software now that you can install it on your phone and it basically does it's like text call. There's no internet on it. There's basically nothing. It's like stripped the frick down. And you can install that on your phone and be perfectly fine.
I did install that on my phone. The one where it just says like messages, maps, Spotify, that stuff.
Yeah, there's not even Spotify. There's no dopamine on it. Dang. It's just text call. Like GPS, which I get going on GPS. I swear to God, I'll be sitting on the couch. I'm like, what the frick do I do? I'll hop on Google Maps.
Yeah.
And I'll just I'll be swiping around the roads
looking around seeing where everything is.
I'll zoom in. By the way, was doing that today earlier. There's this abandoned house not too far from here that's huge.
Really?
And I was like gonna take the KLR and go because it's like off the road a bit.
Really?
And I saw it today. Like I saw it on the map. I was like, what the frick? I've never seen that house. And so I drove into town and looked over there and it's like completely covered in these overgrown everything.
Oh, cool.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's like maybe 3 stories.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to go adventure. Forgot to take the KLR out. But I might tomorrow.
Yeah.
I might
throw
tomorrow.
on the hard hats and the safety vests.
Dude, I was just going to bring a gun.
I like the hard hats and safety vests and say that we're with Wake County
And we pull up on Dual Sports.
Yeah. Say these are we're with Duke Energy. They're giving us different
They're giving us
different vehicles these days.
2006 KLR. $650.
Budget cuts, you know.
Budget cuts. Hey.
There's
No,
well, they were gonna
so.
give us brand new Tacomas, but instead they gave us these old ass dirt bikes, and that's why we're here on the dirt bikes with our hard hats and our safety vests. We're actually with the county. This house is being condemned, and they're like,
We're condemning it. I pull out my gun. Pa 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 pa. Condemned.
just condemn the police officers to the afterlife.
To the afterlife. Bury him in the house. We start our own Fuquay Arena serial murder house. Kellogg's and murder, baby.
Man, do you know about the squatters' rights stuff?
Yeah, dude, that is a bunch of crap.
That doesn't apply here, right? That's only in.
I'm not sure where that applies, but I've seen the videos on YouTube of like you can't do it. Like a squatter squats in a property that you own, and you can't do anything because of some squatters' rights. Dude, I would kick them through the teeth. Holy frick! If you're squatting in my house, I swear to God, I mean, you wouldn't last long. Let me just tell you that. I would Kimura lock you. I would put you out. Swear to God. What's the rights?
So a squatter is a person who occupies a property, whether this is according to North Carolina. A squatter is a person who occupies a property, whether it is building or some land, without paying rent for it or having legal ownership of it. While they have no legal title to the land they're occupying, they can eventually acquire it. They would classified as someone who has continuous possession of the property, even if they don't own it. The property owner, you want to have exclusive possession of the property. And then it says, the difference between squatting and trespassing. Under North Carolina law, a squatter isn't necessarily trespassing. Trespassing is a criminal offense, whereas squatting is typically considered civil in nature. However, in North Carolina, squatters may eventually be considered criminals if the property owner files for their removal. A squatter, after all, doesn't have any actual possession rights to the property, no matter how notorious possession charges can be. Usually squatters are not charged with such.
That's annoying.
Legalese.
That's annoying that you have to file to get rid of them. The frick. I just call the fire department. I would say, guys, there's a fire near these tents. There's a fire right under this bridge. They would take the rail gun out.
Well,
booyah, baby.
In like Oregon and California and stuff, I'm pretty sure that they're not allowed to remove them at all. The police won't intervene, and they can't legally intervene. So if there's squatters in your house, this is a property you're not living at. So there's houses on the market that come with squatters in them, and they're sold for like way undervalued.
Ooh, come with squatters.
Yeah, like people are just trying to offload this property because they're like, I literally can't get rid of these people legally, and the property is worth nothing to me, and I want it to be someone else's freaking problem.
Here's a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom, comes with 1 baddie and 1 fatty. Not bad. I'll take it. 100,000 under value. Let's go. Baddie and a fatty. Swear to God.
Court rules. Squatter owns home and can sell it. Happened in London. Squatter calls police on a homeowner, attempts to sell house.
Dude, they need to get their teeth fixed before they start messing with real estate.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely love it.
Those kind of laws are crazy. You know what I found out about today? That wasn't actually today, but it was earlier this week. I keep seeing these trucks. Like, Toyota just released a really, really, really cool, low-cost flatbed truck that looks.
Yep.
It's built like a.
I watched a video on those.
They're awesome.
They're like
They're like $10,000.
yeah, and you can build them how you want.
Yeah, you can outfit them however you want. They got the flatbed on them. They got a pretty small engine, but it's big enough to haul some stuff. And they look cool. They look like
They do look cool.
like a
Yep.
Tacoma a little bit, or like some kind of mix between like a Tacoma and a Highlander or something. And they don't sell them in the U.S. And
They don't sell them yet.
they can't sell them in the U.S. legally.
Why?
Because there are laws about mile per gallon by footprint. So if you notice the trucks getting bigger and bigger and bigger every year and having more and more and more efficient engines, there's a law about imported vehicles or just vehicles that can be like registered as it's legislation about creating a vehicle that will be operated in the United States where it needs to have a certain efficiency per its footprint. So there's two ways to get around that: make the vehicle bigger or make the vehicle more efficient. So these tiny, like cheap trucks, you can import them after a certain amount of years, but you can't sell them in the United States because they are technically too small. Even though it's a more efficient engine and it can haul the same amount of weight pretty much, it's technically too small for how inefficient it is. So you can't sell them here.
That's boiling my blood.
So we have to buy these $70,000 Ford F-150s.
Yeah, dude, I was thinking about that today. That the technology tax for all these new cars, this tech that we don't even freaking use, is ticking me off. All these like new fancy bobs and features in these cars that we don't use, that we're having to pay tens to 20s to 30s of thousands of dollars more than we would if they just sold it as a normal car with your infotainment system. No, it's like, we have this special efficiency rule. It like the auto shut off with cars, that ticks me off.
Oh, and you know what the other thing is about that is not only can you not opt out of that, like you can't buy a new vehicle without any of those features, they also are a bunch of complicated features that you need a special dealer tool to tweak or assess any issues with. And then like at that point, like what, you can't even work on your own stuff without buying like a $700 computer tool because you have this auto shut off that stopped working and you don't know why, because there's 17 sensors and a bunch of computers handling one feature you didn't want in the first place.
I know, these new cars are just, they're gonna be garbage. They are garbage to me right now. Just even the build quality of them like sucks. Have you seen the Mercedes, is it like the EQS or whatever? Some guy did like a pressure test in them. He goes around cars and he basically just like presses on the dash and all the plastic pieces and all the leather pieces to see if they move, like how high quality they're put in, like how heavy these materials are. Mercedes EQS, it's like, I think their electric line. He went in, it's like, it looks posh, and he goes in and you press on the door panel, it's like it's just creaking, everything just creaking. It sounds like it's just disgusting. I just can't believe that Mercedes would even, I feel like Mercedes faction of electric cars isn't even a part of Mercedes as a whole. It's like, it burned, the car industry burns me. It's
so frustrating because you want to just, I mean, I think about I've talked about my pickup truck a lot on the podcast, but it's so simple. There's no frills, and it's almost at 200,000 miles now with like no problems, knock on wood. I've just done basic maintenance stuff to it, and all these new trucks with all these features, you got to do all these deletes and change all this stuff. I don't get why they can't make a simple vehicle. You can't buy a simple
Toyota's
vehicle.
trying.
Well, they're doing it overseas.
Yeah.
They're doing it, and they're selling them like hotcakes because they're very efficient, cheap vehicles that can actually have the same bed size. You know those K trucks? Have you seen those?
Yeah.
The little Japanese trucks. They're usually like white with a little metal flatbed with like little bed sides. They have the same bed size as a like F-150 that you go by. In fact, it's bigger on the K truck because all these trucks are having the 4 doors with the tiny bed. So you got this giant monster truck that, I do think the big trucks are cool. Like, I think it's cool to have a big cool truck, but I don't think it's cool to be forced to do that because if you're trying to run a business and you want an efficient truck to be hauling stuff around with, you don't want to drive a monster truck through everybody's neighborhoods to tow your trailer around and tow your tools around.
That's exactly right. It's like we don't have an affordable option. If you want to get into anything like even handyman, landscape, whatever, there's not an affordable option in the U.S. You get a base model F-150, 35 grand new.
Yeah.
Like work model.
Yeah.
No bells and whistles, and I feel like that Toyota, whatever, the ZZ or whatever it's called, that would be I think every company that does whatever, landscape, handyman, fencing, whatever,
they'd all be driving this.
Everyone would be driving those because you don't want to spend $35,000
just on your truck.
Just on a truck that it's not even comfortable to drive around.
Yeah, because it's literally base model.
It's literally just to get you from A to B. And if you need to tow something, it can tow something. It's got a bed. That's all you need. You're not freaking heating your seat up. You're not air conditioning your seats. You don't need a good sound system.
Yeah.
You don't need crazy suspension.
No.
These regulations and legislation, they're ruining us. And nobody can buy a new car.
Yep.
Nobody.
Yeah, and so it's inflating the used car market.
The people that are buying a new car, it's like the student loan stuff where it's like, you buy a new car and you're $70,000 in the hole.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I want a nice truck. That's what you say nowadays. I want a nice truck. That'll be $70,000 at $700 a month.
Are you willing to be a slave to the banking industry for you know 4 years or whatever?
And cars,
people are like, yes, sure.
Cars, as everyone knows, are a depreciating asset. Not an asset. They're just a depreciating.
They're depreciating
unit.
liability.
Depreciating liability. That's exactly right. As soon as you drive it off the lot, it loses 20% of its value. It becomes a used car, and it's just such a scam to buy a new car. Such a scam. It's even a scam. The used car market is crazy as well.
Well, it's crazy because all the people who used to be buying new cars are now buying used cars. So all the old snake oil salesmen that used to be in like at dealerships now, like they're selling used cars or they're selling their own jalopies.
Yeah, that boils my blood. It should boil everybody else's blood is the car market. I mean, they're doing it with basically everything. Everything now you can finance. You can finance whatever you want.
Yeah.
You can finance a $60 toothbrush.
Yeah, you can.
On Amazon.
I financed my Kindle.
yeah, exactly. You can finance anything.
And it's crazy because, I mean, I got interest-free. It was like I paid for my Kindle over like 6 months or something. And it was like, it would take like $20 out of my account every month. And I would be like, every time my credit card would ding and it would be like Amazon $20. And I'd be like, what? Who's spending money on my Amazon? And I would remember every time it was me. My Kindle.
I think I got a debit card when I was 15, and if Amazon was how it's like now back then, and you could finance whatever you want, I would have been game over. I mean, it worries me for like the up and coming like high schoolers and stuff, just getting their debit cards or whatever. They're going to ruin themselves. I know. I would have ruined myself if that was the case. I ruined myself a couple times with goddamn like video games and crap like that. But you live and you learn, I guess. But if you're $3,000 in the hole, you ain't going to live, that's for sure.
No, you're not. It's so crazy. Yeah, you're right. Everything is subscription. The subscription model is really sneaky too because
so sneaky.
Because you don't realize how much you're actually spending on something because you're spending indefinitely. It's like, hey, you want this product? Yes. Okay. You have to pay us for it and you can pay over, a couple months. So like, well, how long do I have to pay? Well, it's like as long as you want the product.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, like when did I pay it off? Like, if they were going to charge a flat rate for a service for the rest of your life, what would they charge? Because you're paying more than you think. Like, I mean, what is a Netflix? What is a Netflix subscription right now?
It's like $14 a month.
So
Give
you
me
get
some math.
Let's do it. $14 a month.
Hey, we're not getting rid of
times 12.
We're not getting rid of Netflix.
That's $168.
Go 30 years.
30 years. That's $5,000.
$5,000 to watch.
Can you imagine trying to spend $5,000 on movies and shows? over 30 years.
30 years, $5,000. That's tough. That's tough. I
Like
guess
I think
spend
you could
$5,000
buy
on
DVDs
food,
for cheaper than that. Like
Yeah,
if you went out and bought
yeah.
DVDs, it would not cost you. Maybe it would. What is that? How much is a DVD? You think?
They're
Say
usually about $20.
$20. 252 movies.
Get 'em
Netflix is a good
used.
deal. Netflix is a really good deal.
Netflix is a great deal. Buy Netflix. Subscribe.
$5,000 over 30 years, not that bad. It's cheaper than buying DVDs.
Cheaper than buying DVDs, but it will go up.
But the issue is, it's like you're not just using Netflix. I mean,
You're using everything.
You're using Netflix, you're using Hulu, you got HBO Max, you got Peacock, you got, all of the
Peacock.
the subscriptions. The subscriptions are what get you.
Check out this video. Oops.
You got something good to show
Yeah,
us?
I got something good. Yeah, unmute that sucker. What's the volume at? Is it good?
It's pretty loud, I guess, maybe, or maybe quiet.
Good evening, cowards. Rick Hubbard, 97 Spruce Lane. Nice to see a bunch of fat, ugly women. What?
Excuse you. Can we stick to the agenda?
No.
I'm speaking.
Just telling them to shut
They're
up.
fat, ugly women is what they are. Let's talk about it.
We're not having that.
You don't have to buy.
That ain't free speech.
It's called free speech. Buy.
That's not free speech. That's insulting.
Buy. That's good. Shut up.
Okay, everybody, stop. Let Mr. Hubbard speak, please. Enough. Go ahead, Rick.
And we wonder why children are retarded stupid today. We wonder why. We wonder why when we have these pathetic people here called teachers rape the children's mind. And if you people are too stupid to know what rape is, it's called control.
That dude.
That's a school board meeting?
Yeah.
Wow.
He walks in. Hello, cowards.
Hello, cowards. Nice to see a bunch of fat, ugly women.
Did you hear that soy boy in the background? He's like, that's not free speech. That's insulting.
Yeah, that's like, you don't get it then.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that guy, Rick Hubbard, that guy rocks. You're making our kids retarded and stupid.
You're wondering why all the kids retarded and stupid these days.
Look at every one of you fat broads.
Because all these cowards raping their minds.
I saw that. I tried to find the full video, but I couldn't.
Good evening, cowards. Rick Hubbard, 97 Spruce Lane.
That's so
Nice to
bad
see
to the
A
bone.
bunch of fat, ugly women.
Good evening, cowards.
Look at you, a bunch of fat, ugly women.
Man, that's a...
That guy rocks. He didn't crack a smile or anything. That
No.
dude was there to do something, and
He's
he did it.
serious.
And when he walked up, he said his address, too.
He did.
Rick Hubbard,
Yeah,
97.
come find
Yeah,
me if you care.
come find me. You're
That-
raping my children's mind.
That's a power move.
I don't know where that was or when that was, but it had to have been recent. Probably in Seattle or something.
Probably,
where they're putting in those like tranny books or something other. Oh my God, Rick Hubbard. Good evening, cowards.
Good evening, cowards.
Look at you, a bunch of fat. Did you hear the reaction when he says that? They're like, "Oh my God!"
What?
Wait a minute.
Spruce Lane. Nice to see a bunch of fat, ugly women. What?
Excuse you. Can we stick to the agenda?
No.
Oh!
They're fat, ugly women is what they are.
We're not having that.
Let's talk about it.
We're not having that.
You don't have to buy.
That ain't free speech.
It's called free speech. Buy.
One of the fat, ugly women left.
Just immediately left.
Immediately left. I love that. Bunch of fat, ugly women. Oh! Ooh, not cool. Not cool, Rick. And then the lady, the non-fat lady, was like, okay, Rick, you can speak. I don't know who she was.
Yeah, she's probably also
probably Rick's
sick
wife.
of the fat, ugly
That's probably
women.
Rick's wife.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, God, here he is.
Yeah, I can't believe you came to a meeting.
Bunch of fat, ugly women.
That's not free speech. That's insulting.
That's not free speech. That's insulting. What? So what is free speech?
It's anything that you say that guy agrees with.
Oh, it's any. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can say anything that he agrees with.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
I like little kids. I like little kids.
You can't say that. You can't say that, actually.
Man, we've been talking about pedophiles for 3 episodes.
I know.
It's kind of awesome. We
Well,
gotta keep the pedo talk
You can't
up.
stop talk. You have to talk about uncomfortable things that are happening that need to stop. You have to talk about them. Otherwise, like, you can't ignore that. This is something so egregious that's happening. You can't ignore it, and you can't ignore it. What are you gonna do? You're gonna ignore them diddling kids? Oh. And then everyone wants to be like, "Oh, we can't talk about it because it's pedophiles. You don't even want to say
That's
the
not
word."
free speech. That's insulting. Oh my God.
Oh, the recorder's not even recording. Just kidding. It's recording.
Oh, goddamn. Prank me like that, dude. I started sweating immediately. My microphone is soaked.
Your microphone slips out of your hand.
I gotta take my jacket off. Watch out for the freaking arms here.
Do you go to the gym today, Gus? You do.
Oh. I got kind of a sob story.
A sob?
Well, not a sob story. It's kind of. You could have made a movie out of my day.
Are you serious?
I did chess today, and then I went out and shot the basketball around, and there was this like kind of chubby kid, probably younger,
Yeah.
shooting the basketball around. I saw 2 kids on the other side of the court playing 1-on-1. So I went over to them. I was like, "You guys want to run 2s?" Because we had 4.
Yeah.
And then I went up to the kind of young chubby guy,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, "Hey man, you want to play 2-on-2?" And he's like, "I'm not good." He's like, "I'm not very good. I'm probably the worst here." I was like, "Dude, I used to be the worst here."
Yeah.
Like it's all good, dude. It's just for fun.
Yeah.
And he kept saying it. He was like, "I'm so bad. I'm so bad." And his name was Avery.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, "Dude, you're not bad. What are you talking about?" He was getting every rebound. It was like the blind side out there. And we went 2-0, me and him.
Really?
We went 2-0 against these crone bags from Willow Spring High School, and I felt so good for him. He was making a couple of shots.
Yeah.
He was doing like good stuff, rebounding the freaking ball, and he's so sad the whole time. He's like, "All I want to do is get in shape." He's like, "I'm out here because I want to get in shape."
Yeah.
I was like, "Let's get in shape. Let's run some 2s, baby."
Yeah.
And carried him to victory twice. Got his head up, dude. He went. Like after the second game, he went to the wall and he just like laid and starfished on the ground. I was like, "Oh shoot!"
He was tired. He was probably tired.
He was tired as frick. But I felt really good about that guy today, and I felt good in a kind of a narcissistical way that I could carry him to victory. I was like, "Wow, I'm so good. I can carry this guy to victory."
Isn't it so funny that no matter how nice you are to somebody, the only reason you care about being nice to somebody is because it makes you feel good? Like,
Dude,
which I don't think is a bad thing. That's something you can just sit there and think about and be like, "Oh, it's bad." It's not bad.
No,
if
no,
you
it's
can,
not bad.
If you can make yourself feel good by making other people happier or lift them up or do it,
no,
do
you gotta
but
share the kindness.
It is funny though. There's no like true way to be benevolent without having some kind of self-interest, even if it's just the interest of being nice.
Dude, I was so happy to beat that high schooler kid today because I had seen him a couple weeks ago and we played 2s and I smacked him then too. But he was like trashing my jump shot and I had just done legs.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't really
Yeah.
jump up. And he's like, your jump shot, you're not even getting off the ground. I was like, "Dude, you don't even know." And he's like, why would you even say that to someone? I'm knocking 3s right in this kid's face. And I don't even understand it. So I saw him there again today, and I was like, I hope someone shows up because it's showtime.
Yeah.
And we went to work, fresh legs, splashed. Oh, my God. Almost shut him out one time. It was crazy. The crowd was going crazy. You know, the upper deck up there.
Oh,
Everyone's
yeah.
on the Stairmasters on the second
Yeah,
floor. They're
yeah,
all
yeah.
like, "Yeah!"
Really?
No.
Oh, I got excited. It's like, no way.
But that's how it felt in my mind.
Yeah.
But I felt real good destroying him today. I'll destroy him again pretty soon. I'll tell you guys about it. He's one of those high schoolers that has like the earring. He's got like the little stud earring with the like chain necklace, and he's got the like, what is it, like the pasta hair that comes to his eyes.
The perm.
It like
the
it
guys
comes-
are getting perms again.
Yeah, it comes down to his eyes, and he's like talking like suave.
Yeah.
Sick. He's like, I was like, he was like, for no reason. I just asked for his name.
Yeah.
And he told it to me. I'll say it. It's Braxton or something. I don't know.
Braxton, of course it is.
And he's like, I don't even play basketball. I just like playing for fun. I just think it's fun to play. I don't even play at my school or anything. I just think it's fun. I was like, dude, you don't have to cope. That was before the first game. I was like
quantifying why he's there.
I was like, don't cope like that. You're about to get smacked around by me.
By the way, dude, don't even really play basketball like that. I don't really play like that. I mean, I'm here. Yeah, I'm playing now, but I don't really play like that. Just so you know.
Kind of sick. Your jumper is whack.
Dude, why are you jumping like that? It looks like you're not even getting off the ground. I can't believe you're playing. Do you not even play like that, or what?
Then I'm like overly nice to this kid because he's such like a d-bag.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime he would make a shot, which not often,
Ooh.
I would be like, good take, whatever.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't on me, I'd be like, nice take.
Yeah.
Hey, good move.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would dribble the ball down, give him a crossover, clean crossover, pivot
Really?
foot, fade away, splash right in his face, dude. Nothing
Seriously?
but net. I'm telling you, I can destroy some high schoolers. I'm at that level. Like a few months ago, I was probably not at that level, but I've been grinding
You're getting pretty good. How often are you doing it? Practicing?
every day.
Really?
Every day I'm at the gym. I'll work out and then go in the gym.
That's so funny.
Freaking doing drills. What's up, dude? I'm getting nasty, Tyler. I'm getting nasty, and I want you to get out there, and you're not going to... I don't know why you refuse to get out there.
I'll come out there, but you're going to be like, I can't believe I wanted him out here, and now he's out here, and I wish he would just go away. I can't believe I invited him, though, so now I got to be out here while he's getting all pissed off at the basketball.
But imagine some high schooler named Baxter walks up to you, and you're like... He starts bodying you in the paint. What do you want to do?
I want to punch him in the face.
Exactly. So you take the ball, you give him a nice elbow, and you put it in the hoop, and that's just as good as punching him in the face. Or if you're good enough like me, you splash a 3 fadeaway in his face.
Yeah, I'd probably just like throw the ball at the thing, it bounces off, and then I'm getting pissed off, and then he's pissing me off, and then I would just have a horrible time. I've done this because I'm not good, and I'm not good at being not good, and I'm not competitive. So I don't have the drive to get better because I don't really care about winning, but I care about being bad at stuff. Like, I don't want to be bad at stuff.
So you want to win at being better.
I don't care about basketball, but I don't want to look bad at basketball, so I just don't play basketball. It's like this stupid it's like this mind thing.
But there's no way. Okay. There's no way that you lose at something and have a flat line rather than winning.
No. It obviously, like, when I say I'm not competitive, it's not like I don't get it and I'm not like a little bit competitive, but I don't have like I get the boost of winning, the dump of like I won, and the pain of losing. I get that, but it's not like it doesn't drive me to like change my actions. Like, it's just like it sucks, lost, and then that's it.
See, going out there on the court, and it's not even about winning and losing out there. It's about being physical, baby. You play hard.
Yeah.
And basketball, if you're playing hard, dude, insane cardio. I mean, we played 2 games, probably 15 minutes each, and I was boo.
Yeah. No, I definitely see like I want if I have kids, or when I have kids, I guess, I want them to play sports. Because I feel like that's like the easiest way to get kids to actually exercise.
Oh, exercise. Team games are good for like, even leadership skills in the future. I've met some of my best friends through sports.
I'm not like super interested in playing. Besides motorsports, I'm not interested in like standard like sports, ball sports. Not interested in playing, but I would definitely encourage kids, like my kids, to play them.
No,
like
I think
it's really
I'm gonna
good
get
for
you.
'em.
I'm gonna get you in the paint one of these days, and we're gonna be working on some stuff so you can be a formidable foe
Okay.
on Sunday mornings.
Yeah, I can get at it. I'd rather do pickleball.
Oh, we can rock some pickleball.
Yeah.
After this, I'm going to pickleball.
Tonight?
Yeah.
That's a late night pickleball.
Well, it's only 6:20.
That's true. It's not that late. But it feels like that would be late night
Hey,
pickleball.
you can come if you want.
Gotta go to bed.
What?
Yeah, I gotta go to
At
bed.
6?
Yeah. I gotta eat a lot, and then I gotta read, and then I gotta go to bed. This past weekend, I went to bed at midnight, and I felt like garbage the entire next day.
Yeah.
And I've never had such a strict sleep schedule like I do right now in my life. I've never had it so strict to the point where like, yeah, I missed it. I completely missed my window of sleep and felt horrible. Like really bad. So I feel like don't get your sleep schedule too strict or you won't be able to stand any variability.
Hey, get this. This has been a weird phenomenon for the past couple months. Whenever I leave my closet door open and I go to bed, I always have a nightmare. Every time.
Really?
Last night, my closet door was wide open.
Yeah.
And I had a nightmare, like a demonic possession nightmare.
Yeah.
And I got up and I was just staring at the black void.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I can't stand this. And I got up and went to the bathroom and got Sasha the dog.
Yeah.
And I put her in my bed with me
Uh-huh.
because I was a little scared little
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
And shut the freaking door and had nothing else. You know, like you can you wake up from a nightmare and then you drift back into sleep and you go back in.
Yep.
As soon as I shut that freaking door,
Gone.
perfect dreams.
Interesting.
Every time that I leave that door open, nightmare.
Weird.
And I thought about that this morning. I was like, dude, like I've had terrible sleep this past week and I don't know why. And every time I get up in the middle of the night, that goddamn door is either cracked or wide open.
Mm-hmm.
And so this morning I came to the conclusion that that thing needs to stay shut because something like there's something in there.
Something's leaking out.
It's bizarre. I don't know what's in there, but there's like some weird aura.
It's probably coming from Nate because Nate's room backs up to your closet.
It probably is.
Yeah.
His aura is leaking into my closet.
Nate's aura is coming through the closet into your room, and it's making you have a horrible night's sleep, and you're having
there's something
nightmares
in
because
there.
Nate's aura is stinking into your room.
Which I do. I do believe in the demonic paranormal, and I think they can leak out and mess with you.
You think they leaked into your closet but not into your room?
I think they want me to think that. Or at least something in my brain wants me to think that. I don't know why. Why would it be scary to me? Why would it be scary to me to have my closet open at night?
I'm pretty sure demons don't believe in me.
Oh, they believe in
They don't believe in me.
Oh, they're coming for me.
They don't ever do anything to me. I've called them out. I've been like middle of the night alone in the woods. If you're a demon, do something. Nothing. They don't believe I exist. They're like, oh, Tyler, yeah, he's not real. Just ignore him. He's not real. Piss me off.
I mean, they like to latch on to vulnerable souls most of the time,
I feel like I would be vulnerable soul.
but also you would be a vulnerable soul.
Yeah.
Why?
Like my soul would be so vulnerable
I don't
about.
think it would,
Why?
because I think you're pretty locked.
Yeah.
I mean,
kinda
you're
locked.
like you've got some neuro issues, but you're pretty like locked in.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be. That's the thing. Like I feel like
You're dialed.
I feel so confident that a demon can't.
Like, when's the
get
last
to me.
time a demon messed with a Down syndrome?
Yeah, I guess they don't, right? Because Down syndrome are probably the most locked in souls of all time.
Yep, John Cena.
I think if you're really, really, really good in your life, you get to come back as a Down syndrome.
I hope so.
Like if you're truly good and you do good and make a good influence on the world, you get to come back and live the life of a
I
Down
hope so
syndrome.
because they get away with grabbing some boob.
They do whatever they want. They're generally very happy people, and everybody loves them. They're just like they're like adorable, even if they're old. Like the oldest ones, sometimes they get to like 50, sometimes, and they're cute.
They
Still.
can. I heard they can live like normal age, like 80.
Really?
Yeah. We just don't see them a lot. I feel like they.
I think there's also different types.
They stand. Yeah, there's like there's
other
the fire
syndromes.
type, there's the water, there's the earth and wind. Usually I feel like we see the earth type.
Yeah,
'Cause they
mostly
dig
it's
down.
They do dig. I've seen them digging. You gotta take them out of the woods.
The wind, you think that's a hawk in the air?
That's yeah.
That's a syndrome up there.
Yep.
And he's swooped down, he'll grab your booty and,
Yeah, he will.
and then fire back off.
The one where the Down syndrome guy, they took him to the drag show.
Yeah.
And they were trying to explain that he was like, pretty
Yeah,
ladies,
yeah.
pretty ladies.
He's like, "Yeah!"
He's clapping, and they're trying to explain to him
Yeah.
like,
Those
those
are
are
boys,
guys.
yeah.
Those are guys. And he's like, no, they're not.
They don't look like guys.
They're not guys. They're pretty ladies. And he's like, he doesn't believe it. Like, he totally doesn't believe it. He's clapping. He's so excited. And then one of them like takes off his wig, and the guy, he's like frazzled. He doesn't know what to do. He's like,
He was angry.
He was so mad that was a guy.
He was ticked off.
But then he put the wig back on and he claps,
Yeah.
pretty lady.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't get the difference. He doesn't care
No.
about the minutia of the situation. He just wants to see the pretty ladies on the stage.
He does. He says, hot babes.
And he's super straight.
Yeah,
Straight as an arrow.
He's ultra straight.
Yeah, they just dropped a new season of, what is it called?
Love on the Spectrum.
Yeah.
But it's the American
Too
version.
Hot to Syndrome.
The American version kind of sucks.
Oh, it's American?
Yeah. The Australian version's way better.
Yeah, I will say.
Way better, dude.
I think you're beautiful. You warm up me heart. So nice. They're such sweet individuals. They just really teach you a lot.
Dude, I got something in my gut.
You're not feeling too good?
It's gurgling.
You gotta go. We can wrap
Okay.
it up.
Wrap.
Go to the toilet. All right. See you guys next week.
Let 'em.